Right, in this video I'm going to do a quick little unboxing and then I'm going to show you how to set this up. As you can see from the box, it's the new M8S box. I did have the original one, but this is supposedly the better one. It says up there in the top left you get XMBC, YouTube, Netflix, Facebook, Twitter, Skype, but to be honest, you don't need any of them. The XMBC you sort of do, but you're putting a new version on it anyways. There's not really much to show you. It's just saying Miracast, AirPlay, Remote Con, DLNA. On the back, if you want to read this, you can just pause it. Basically, it's just saying it's a quad-core processor. I think the chip's in 812. It's just saying it's got Bluetooth version 4, HDMI. It's up to 4K, 30 frames per second. Yada yada yada. Inside the box, you get the M8. There you go. So that's that. The M8S, sorry. So you can tell by the S on the side there. On the back, there's not really much to show. It's still the same as the original one. It's got two USBs here. It's got your HDMI, your Ethernet, your AV for sound, and your optical for if you want like Dolby and stuff like that. That's obviously just original analog. Your AC, nothing on this side. On the front, obviously that glows up blue, and on this side you've got your SD slot. Inside the box, you've got your power adapter, obviously, and an HDMI lead. You get a remote. I thought it was this one because when I seen on the pictures, the old one I wasn't a fan of at all. By the weight, it doesn't feel like it's got any batteries in. No, it hasn't. It would be nice if they shipped some batteries for free, but what can you do? You get a user manual inside. Oh, there, that's the original. Where's it? Is it that page? Come on. That's the original remote that came with the M8, and to be honest, it was shit. So if you bear with us a second, I'm going to set all this up and then I'll be back. This is what the box will look like when you first plug it in, but what I like to do is, first of all, go to settings. I just like to erase everything so there's nothing on it whatsoever. Go all the way down to the bottom. Sorry, you don't go to the bottom. You go there to back up and reset. Click on that. Go down to this bottom one for factory data reset. Click on that. Go down again to reset. And then erase everything. Yeah, I thought it was the S812 chip. So that's what it was. Box. Right, once you've erased everything, it'll probably take a couple of minutes to run through the bit where it says M-Box, but just leave it and then it'll come to this page. It'll say welcome. Obviously you want to click next on that. I'm English, so obviously I'll click next on that. As long as it's fitting the size of your screen, which mine is, so I'll click next again. I'm using an Ethernet, but if you want, you can go to Wi-Fi. Like I say, if you click on that and it refreshes it, it gives you two options. You'll have 2G, you'll have 5G, depending on your router. My router supports them too, so that's why I get the choice of them. You've got 2G and you've got 5G, but the Ethernet seems to run better on these, so I'm just sticking with the Ethernet, or the Ethernet, whatever you would like to call it, and then finish. And I always click that one, Media Box Launcher, so click that. Go over here to the left hand side always, so that always opens that up. And then we're at the start, and then this is the way I like to set it up. Oh, what's this? Yeah, just accept that. It's just saying Google wants to verify applications. Just click OK. If you go to settings and network, that's fine. Display, HDMI auto detection, so it's picked up me television is a 1080p with 60 Hz. This one here, if you look on the bottom there, you've got a little home and a back button and everything. This just disables that. So there, that's gone because you don't want that. Display position, we've already done that on the setup. It's if you want a screensaver. Advanced settings, remote control. I think that's certain apps that you get on your phone. You can put your IP address in and it'll let you use your phone as a remote rather than using the actual control. This one is for the Google remote. You can actually download that from the Play Store. Nothing. I've got to put this on because I'm using an iVue receiver, and then you can check for a system update, but it should be fine. It shouldn't need one. Online update. It's not that. It's the other one. I want to go in the update, isn't it? If you go to more settings, and if you work your way through these ones, Wi-Fi, that's fine. Bluetooth's fine. Data's fine. If you go to more, no, they all fine. Leave them. Home, that's obviously what we've set up at the start for the media launcher. Sound, I'm turning that off because I don't like the little noises it makes when you're clicking back and forth. Display, no, that's fine. Storage, apps. To be honest, there's apps that you don't need that are on. Facebook, I'm going to uninstall that because it's of no use to me. I'm not even on Facebook anymore. So Pandora, I don't think that works in England, so we'll get rid of that. I think it works in other countries, but just not England. You could change your DNS and you'll be able to use it, but it slows your internet down, so I wouldn't bother. Skype, I'm not going to use Skype because I don't use Skype anyways. You don't have to do this, but I don't like clutter all over the box. Uninstall Twitter. I've got a Twitter account, but I don't think I've ever wrote anything on it. Netflix, will delete Netflix. Because you don't need it, because once you've got this, you'll have all the films that you need. Showbox, that's the older version of Showbox, I can tell by the eye, so we're going to go over that. Permissions, ignore that. Location, security, language, I'm going to put that there, English. United Kingdom. And everything else is fine there. Backup, we don't need that. Access, time and date, I'm going to set that up. Automatic, and it's put my time zone as China, and I'm not in China. So I'm going to look for +1, should be London and Dublin. There you go, London and Dublin. And that set me time up. And then there's obviously if you want 24 hours or if you want 12 hours. I'll just leave that as it is. And everything else is fine. So what you want to do is now, is you want to get yourself a memory stick of some kind. And download the latest versions of Showbox, Cartoon HD, MovieTube, Movie HD, whatever you want to use. Kodi as well. I didn't uninstall Kodi, did I? So I'm going to go here, I'm going to uninstall Kodi, what's on, that's under the apps. It's probably 14, yeah, 14.2, so I'll uninstall that. There you go, that's gone. Down here on the bottom, as you can see, these are like sort of icons that the main ones that you're going to use. The browser, I'm not going to use that. File manager, I am. Movie 4K, I don't need that. Music, I don't need that. And the Play Store, I don't need that. So if you look now, it's tidied that up a little bit. And what I'm going to do, I'm pause the video and I'm going to plug my USB in what's got the apps on. Right, I'm back. I've plugged my USB stick in. If you want, there's two ways you can do it. You can either go to local and you can go to file browser there. But as you know, I've got it down here on the bottom. Like I say, I'm going to put all the links in the description for all the APKs if you want them. If you do, if you don't. Click on File Manager. Look for the name of your USB. Mine's Alexa. And then I'll go to that one that says Android Box because this is what I've got my stuff on. To install them, all you do is you just click them. Wait a few seconds. Click Install. It'll install. Doesn't take long. And there you go, that one's done. You've got the choice of either opening it or clicking Done. I'm going to quickly go through these. I'm going to put Cartoon HD on. I'm going to put Kodi 15 on. I'm going to put Movie HD on, MovieTube, Showbox, and I'm going to put Speed Test on as well. So if you bear with us, I'll be back. Right, so I'm back. I've put all them add-ons, apps, whatever you want to call them. You can add them, like I say, down here. So it was Cartoon HD. I've added that one. Kodi. I've just added the latest version of Kodi. Movie HD. MovieTube, and was there one more? show box, and I'll just put, oh actually I don't really need speed test there, that's just if you want that there. So if I wanted that, I would click it, and there you go, you've got your cartoon HD. We'll come out of this. If we go into Kodi, this is obviously the first time I'm going into Kodi. This is what it'll look like when you initially set it up. If you see my other videos on the Fire TV, you should know this anyways. Swipe down for what? I've never had that before. Click OK. Swipe down. I've had to press the little button on the controller that looks like a little mouse, and I'm gonna have to unclick this myself. So I'll press that again. Right. So here we are. First of all, I like to turn the noises off. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. I'm in the wrong one. Settings, system, audio, GUI, never. So this is what it'll be like. You should know, like I say, if you've seen my other video, you'll know I'll do that again. System, file manager. You go to add source. You click on this. I'm going to pause this and I'm going to type it in. Although actually I've got a little remote. I could just use this. Forward slash upgrades. Double check that. Yeah, that's right. And then I always call it .Android repo. Oh god, stupid caps. So click OK on that, and then we'll come back. We'll go to systems again. We'll go to settings. Go to add-ons, and then you'll go to install from zip file. For some add-ons, once you've installed them, they'll just install straight away, but others, there'll be a repository. If you go to IPTV, iVue, for all your telly shows and stuff like that, if you go into this, when this does install to it, this is a repository, so you'll actually go to this one when it does install. I'll quickly install a few of these and then I'll be back. I've installed the add-ons what I want. It's still installing them as it does. It goes through them. If you go to install from a zip file, you go to the top one, Android repo. I'm going to show you the ones that are enable. I use this one, Metal Kettle, because that one's got NGM Soccer, I think it's called. I use Shadow Crew because it's got Robin Hood. Frodo, because that's got BBTS. That one's good for television shows. Robin Hood, that one's good for television shows and sports and everything as well. If I come back out of that, I don't get anything in that one. Featured add-ons recommended. I go in that one and I download Genesis, because that's obviously your main one for movies and stuff. Mutts Nuts, that one's good for movies, but you get to choose the quality if you want like 360, 720 or 1080. If we come down a little bit further, Phoenix, that one's good for films and it's good for live sports. The one that says Showbox, ignore that because it's not actually Showbox. Xunity Talk, I use that one because there's quite a few things in there. There's Vice and a few other channels that I like to use. Extras, you can go on to your add-on installer if you want that, and you've got your Navi X and you've got your Super Repo. Sports Devil, that one's for obviously sports and stuff like that. So once these are here, some of them will be a repository. You'll go into your repository. See, I wanted iVue. I'd click on iVue. I'd go to videos. I'd go to IPTV Stalker. I'd install that, and that is enabled. You come back out of that. You go to programs, and you go to iVue, because iVue is obviously for like your TV guide, so it looks a million times better. If we come out of this, the way you'll have to sort of set this up is go to programs. You'll go to program add-on. You'll go for iVue. On this remote, I think, is it that one? It is. If I can, oh, it's too dark. The bottom left hand corner to where the ups and downs is, there's like a sort of, there's two little lines. If you have got a keyboard, you can just press C on your keyboard. You go down to settings on XML TV type. You'll click that. Wait a few seconds for this to load up. Sometimes it does take a while. Go to the second bottom one, the one that says Stalker IPTV. Click that. I always set this to 12 hours. If you go to appearance and you want to set the guide theme to Dream HD, you'll go down to OK. And then to go back into this, just click it. Give it a few seconds. It'll do this every day, updating the schedule. It doesn't take long depending on your internet speed. Obviously, if you're on really bad internet speed, it'll take quite a long time. But like I say, this only does this once a day. Nearly there, nearly there. The channels on the left hand side, the first time you'll ever go into it, there'll be nothing there, but it slowly loads up. As you can see there, 1, 2, ITV. Once they have loaded up though, they'll be there forever. So if I just go on a few of these, just to start them off. Next one I think is the sports. No, this one's the sports. Yeah. So see, I wanted to watch something on Sky Sports 1. If you look on the top, can you see there it says reminder? If I click back, click reminder again. The way you've got to do this is you've got to come out of the program and you've got to go back into it. A few people have been saying that they had that issue of the reminder keep coming on. So like I say, all you do is come out of it, press the button, go back into it. If I scroll down again to sports, and I go back on Sky Sports 1, sorry, click that. It should load up. There you go. That's it. Sky Sports 1 live. So I'm gonna come out of this because I might get wrong for showing stuff like that, but that's how you do that, anyways. To add iVue, as you can see, you've got pictures, videos, music. To get rid of these and to add things below, the way I do it is I go to System, I go to Settings, I go to Appearances up on the top. I go along here to Settings. I might be going a little bit fast here. I'm trying to just do this video as fast as I can. You'll go to skins, you'll press right, you'll go to settings. For this one, for the home window, I normally turn off pictures and weather. So the pictures one's gone. Oh, sorry, I've went back too far. If you go down another 2, you can put your add-ons here. So you can set this up anywhere you want. It's just, this is the way I set mine up. Everyone's obviously different. So I'll quickly set this up and then I'll go back to that. Right, this is all I can set up because the other programs that I use, or add-ons, are still in the repositories, but I've put them there. So you've got Genesis, Phoenix and iVue. So if I go to systems again, if I go to settings, if I go to add-ons and I go to install from repository, I can add the little ones that I want in here. On Xunity Talks, if I go to video, I always install that. iStream and maintenance, I install that one. And Cartoon HD extras. I've noticed this button is it's really loud. Pack Hind, that one's good for sports, so I'll install that one. Pack India Live, that one's good for sports as well. Playbox, that one's normally good for films. And there's one more, VDub T25, that one's also good for sports. So that one's done, and I think that's everything on here. It is, and we'll go to the next one, which was Frodo, and this is BBTS. So if I go into that one, why is it not? Oh, you know what? It's not letting us go into this one because this one must be still downloading. So I'll have to either wait for this to download, or I can just exit it and come back into it. Metal Kettle, can I get into that? No. Can I get into Shadow Crew? No. Can I get into Super Repo? Super Repo is letting us in. So if I go to videos, I'm trying to think which add-ons I use on Super Repo. I think it's Vice and Vivo I use on here. So if I look for Vice, I've gone past Vivo, so I'll install Vivo. And Vivo TV. And then if you're into documentaries and stuff like that, Vice is really good. Obviously there's the YouTube channel on Vice, but this has got everything on here for you. I'll see if I can get into one of them again. Which ones wouldn't let us in? No, these ones won't let us in, so I'm just going to have to either wait a few minutes till I can get into these, or I'll just exit it and come back into it. But I'm going to set this up. All these are working now. Let's see, if you go to that BBTS, click on that, click on install, and it's enabled. And if I go down to Metal Kettle, go to videos, and I'm sure it's called NGM. Yeah, NGM Soccer. That one's good because you do tend to get some of the channels in HD, the sports. Super Repo, I've done that. Robin Hood, I didn't install that one. That one's on the Shadow Crew. If you go to video and you go to Robin Hood Project and install that one. That one's got loads of good stuff on it. So that one's enabled, and I think everything's done. I've set everything the way I wanted to do. Like I say, if you go to appearances, settings, you go to the bottom one for add-ons, and you can just set this up whichever way you want to set it up. Like I say, this is the way I've got mine set up, but yours can be totally different. You can have whatever you want. So for programs, I've got my add-on installer, my NaviX, and my maintenance. For music, I've got Vivo and Vivo TV. For my videos, I've got Genesis, my Phoenix, my iVue, and Mutsnuts, and Cartoon HD. If you go to add-ons on your videos, if you press left, it brings up this on the top there. If you click that, click it again, click it again, click it again, and then it says thumbs. So if you come out with this, it just looks better, I think, so you can see things in full. But like I say, they're the add-ons what I've got, what I like to use. Same goes with Genesis. When you open Genesis, if you press left, and you can make that big, so it looks like that. So it just looks so it looks better. That one hasn't. I was going to say that one hasn't loaded up there. Oh, it has. I don't know what that one's doing. If I go to movies, if I go to latest HD, give it a few seconds to find some stuff, and we'll look at Ted. We'll put Ted on. Everyone has to like Ted. This is just to make sure it's working, just to show you. It's just finding links. So I'll go to the top one, click that, wait a few seconds, working. To fast forward, if you press up, that jumps 10 minutes. And to jump 30 seconds, you press right. In this case, it's 10 seconds. Some things, when you press right, it does go 30 seconds. But yeah, that's if you press the OK button, it tells you what it's running at. 2 channels, 1080, so you can stop that. With Genesis, one thing that not many people know, if you're on a film and you want to, if you want to save it, if you press the little button with the lines on and you go to Add Favorite. So if I click on there, Add a Favorite, it'll say down there, and Jurassic World to favourites. So when you come into Genesis, if you go to My Genesis, you go to Favourite Movies, and it'll save it here. So you can have a collection of your movies, and then in this one, obviously, you can have a collection of your TV shows. To remove it, it's just the same process. The button with the lines, remove from favourites, and there you go, it's gone. I think that's everything. If you get stuck with anything, just drop us a message, and I'll try and help you out.